face of the Cape Cod Baseball League.
For the first time in 2023, welcome to Spillane Field for Wareham Gatemen baseball. Game 2 of the Cape Cod Baseball League regular season pits the Wareham Gatemen against the 0-1 Hyannis Harbor Hawks. Hi, everybody. Welcome into the Leadoff Spot. Alongside Jack Hunter, I'm Aiden Blanc. What a pleasure it is to finally be back at Spillane for 2023, the 60th season of this historic venue, and the Gatemen come in with a 1-0 record.
Yeah, it looked great for the first 8 innings. The 9th inning was a little closer than we wanted it to be. But at the end of the day, waking up today 1-0, sole possession of first place in the West, but a tough Hyannis team on hand today. So you got to flush the win yesterday and move on to today.
Yeah, the Gatemen, they struggled a little bit on the mound last night. A 5-run comeback in the 9th inning. Fell just short for the Commodores. Wareham is 1-0, but Ryan Smyth said he's glad they got a little tested and got a little scared at the end of the game.
Yeah, there was a lot of great things that happened, mostly early in the game for the Gatemen. Base running was great. They hit the ball hard. They really took advantage of Falmouth's 5 errors in the first 4 innings. But when you get a big lead, the pitchers need to execute their pitches. They need to throw strikes, and ultimately walks almost cost the Gatemen the game last night. But a good job by Isaac Fix in the 8th inning, and then Brian Yetter in the 9th inning to pitch around some walks. And then ultimately, Falmouth had their best guys at the plate in the 8th and the 9th inning, and Wareham retired them to end the game.
Well, we've got a great pregame for you today. We'll send things over to Amanda, and she's with our starting pitcher, Eldridge Armstrong.
Thanks, guys. I'm here with Eldridge Armstrong, our starting pitcher tonight. So, Eldridge, you're here starting the home opener here in Wareham. Just what are those emotions like for you?
It's actually really exciting. I'm really excited to see the crowd for the first time. My first time being out here in the Cape, so I'm really excited to just show what I can do.
Well, and at school, you were more of a reliever, not a whole lot of games that you started. So, does that change your mentality? How are you approaching this start?
Yeah, it changes it a little bit because now I know I'm going a little bit longer, and I got to really focus on more than one inning, what I'm typically not really to do. So I really talked to our pitcher coach, Brian, and he helped me mentality-wise and like what I should do, whatnot.
And what's your approach when you're playing a team every other day? You don't really have a whole lot of time to adjust to what the players that you're going to be facing. What do you do with that?
I leave it up to the coaches. I'll let the coaches call the games a little bit, and it's just I know that location wins, and it's just I have to believe them with location at the end of the day.
And coming out of high school, you were ranked as a third baseman. So can you talk about your transition into pitching in college?
It's been really tough. The main thing I really try to do in that transition is mentality. I had to change my mentality a lot because hitting is a lot different than pitching. So when I did that and I talked to the right people, it helped me out a lot and got me here quickly.
What was it that led to that transition?
That's a good question. What did lead to it? A lot of things. Hitting wise, I got eye surgery, so I couldn't really hit anymore. And then 2, I always fell in love with pitching. My dad was a pitcher growing up, so he always taught me how to pitch, but I wasn't really a pitcher. So then when I got to college, I was like, okay, this is a lot easier. And
All right, great. Thank you so much. Good luck.
Thank you.
Guys, back to you. Here with Coach Smyth. Now, Coach, you had your first win last night. Walk me through what those emotions were getting the first win out the gate.
It was cool. I'm happy for our players. They were excited to play baseball. Like I said, they all want to prove what they can do out here. And it wasn't the easiest finish, but we ended up getting it done. So it was good to get out of there with a win, and hopefully that kind of gets us going here.
Oh, and David Glancy last night, stealing bases, hitting home runs. What have you seen from him so far this season?
He's been exactly what we asked our guys to be, to play freely, have fun, be aggressive, and again, I'm going to keep saying it, but, play stickball in the backyard.
And you're starting with Eldridge Armstrong tonight. What do you hope to see from him?
He's got an electric arm, so, if we can keep him in the zone, be efficient, get us 4 or 5 innings, that'd be perfect.
You mentioned playing stickball, playing free, not really afraid to make mistakes. Why is that so important for these guys to remember this season?
The Cape is something that puts a lot of pressure on guys. It's a make or break, kind of league, and these guys know what the Cape League is and what it stands for, and all the great players that have been here throughout the years. So I think there's always just a little bit of added pressure coming in, and trying to be a staff that kind of takes that pressure off of them, I think makes them, have some fun out here. When you're having fun, you can play some really good baseball.
Great. Thank you so much.
Absolutely.
Guys, back to you.
back on the leadoff spot, taking a look around the league on this Sunday night. And Jack, there's some pretty big matchups going on. Again, all 10 teams in action.
Yeah, I'm looking inside our division in the West Division. You've got Bourne going to Falmouth tonight. The reason I'm looking at that game is Falmouth ended up taking away 14 hits from last night's game off of the Gatemen pitching staff. They worked a lot of walks. It's just too little too late for them offensively, so I'm looking for their bats to come alive. And obviously, we're going to keep some extra attention on that West Division with Wareham being in the division with Bourne and Falmouth, so I'm taking a look at that matchup tonight.
All but one team in the East Division took away 2 points yesterday, and now Chatham plays Brewster. That's a very interesting game because, again, Chatham didn't play, and Brewster got the win in the rematch of the championship from last year with the Bourne Braves. So certainly some good games to take a look at as we roll on here on the pregame show.